when Nick was addressing the fucking team, he knew that Carter was out. And so what did he do? He let the players go in the locker room and have, who the fuck is the backup guy? So the backup guy's got to answer questions now on something that the head coach and the fucking D coordinator knew from probably Sunday that they were going to do this. Hey, if I were the Philadelphia Eagles going forward, best part of their season is when they don't play. Big Silz, appreciate you coming aboard on this Football Friday. Hit the like button. Super chats go to the top. Absolutely. Playoff game last night. No doubt one team would survive from that, and it was the Detroit Lions. Cowboys and the football gods. Just when you kind of sucked me in, there you were again, just like Philly 500 said. There was the Cowboy defense that we had seen at the beginning of the year, and they have dug themselves too big a hole to get themselves out of. They've got to probably run the table and go 4 straight for them to win the East. That's not likely. They got the Chargers down the line too. I don't believe that. I do think the Cowboys, though, have a year where I think they can grow from this. Now, that bullshit last night, by the way, 44-30, 3 turnovers in the game were really the difference in the ball game. So how about them Cowboys? By the way, Dak wasn't your issue last night. It was the Dallas Cowboy defense that didn't show up last night. That's okay. Your defense never shows up either. So I wouldn't be sitting there throwing, hey, guess what? The Cowboys dug themselves a hole. You're lucky that you were able to win games early, because the way that fucking team's playing, you're no better than Dallas still. You're not better than the Cowboys. You're playing as good as the Cowboys. You guys look like the same fucking football team. Just the Cowboys have a better quarterback. So before you start sitting there going, hey, Silz, how about them Cowboys? How about them fucking Eagles? 4-4 over the last 8 ball games, and defense that looks like dog shit. Don't make yourself sound like you're some sort of like lawnmower and your mowing team's over. You're not. I love that, man. You look at something last night and you think you're better. You're not better. Plus, you're going to go into that football game on Monday with no Lane Kiffin, with no Lane Johnson, and also no Jaylen Carter. Yeah, okay. Congratulations to you. I'm sure you're fucking better. Holy cow. I love it. I love it. Eagle delusionary fan as usual. The glazed donut. Hey, look at the Cowboys. Look at her ass. Hey, get this. As with the 376 yards he threw for last night, he's fucking 10 times the quarterback your guy is in Philly. You know who the guy in Philly is? He's a donut. Silz, this paisano eating crow. Put my Cowboys on milk cartons, especially that defense garbage. CD and the kicker, the only ones that showed up. Let's get this show going. Hey, dude, that guy Aubrey, what's his name? I don't really like talking about kickers. Holy shit, is that guy a weapon? That guy is a fucking weapon. That kicker the Cowboys have, get this, if you get to the 50-yard line, you got 3 points no matter what. That guy's spectacular. I mean, this guy makes 60-yard field goals look like he's kicking in his backyard. I've never seen anything like it. That is automatic money. Where the hell did he come from? What college did he play at? Okay? I mean, hey, Big Silz, Cowboys are in the rear view. And good thing, keep happening when the birds aren't playing. That's the only thing that happens when the birds aren't playing is good things. Because when they're playing, they take care of business. Monday Night Football, baby. And woo, we're ready to rock. How you doing? That's right, man. The Philadelphia Eagles have business to take care of on Monday. By the way, this is going to be a business show because You guys play on Monday. We got some business to take care of with some players here. Cowboys will be the Cowboys. They played a football team that was a good team last night, Detroit. They dug themselves a hole that they can't get out of, and there it was. I told you, Arizona was going to kill them. And some of them earlier games were going to kill them, and it came back to haunt them. No doubt. Okay? No doubt. He was undrafted. Hold on. That kicker for the Cowboys was undrafted. Wait, Aubrey, that kid's from the University of Buffalo? Holy shit. He is a weapon. Silz, did you rub Mark Holmes back to make him feel better? Bland is brutal. He was terrible. Pickens was channeling his inner AJ, moping on the sidelines. I got it. We can always depend on Dak in December. Cowboy glaze is over. The quarterback is having a great year. And there were some bad throws last night. He's still better than that fucking dude in Philly. You kidding me? The guy in Philly. Right, left. Nothing across the middle. I'm too afraid. Hey, I don't want to throw anything across the middle of the field. I'm too fucking frightened. Like the middle of the field is too. No, not me. Nothing across the middle. You fucking kidding me? I'm Jalen Hurts. I can only throw to the sidelines. We're all right. Who am I? Right, left, sprint right. Right, left, sprint right. Yeah. That's your boy, man. Oh, yeah. That's your boy. Plain and simple. Jalen Sippy Hurts. Yeah, I think the Cowboys are done, though. Yes, sir. They're not going 4 in a row. There's no way that they're going 4 in a row. Not happening. By the way, can I make a comment? How many people in here are starting to go sideways a little bit? Are you coming over to the Big Silz side of things on Nick Sirianni? Are you coming over, okay, to that the guy's a clown show and that the guy's a mouthpiece and he's a puppet? Are you coming over? How many people are coming on over? Okay, are you coming over and you're starting to go, Silz, you're right about everything. Are you starting? Oh, okay, let's see. Nick won a Super Bowl. So did George Seifert. So fucking what? Thank you. Okay. Kevin, Mr. Fix-It Patullo. Are you anybody else coming on over to the dark side with Big Silz when it comes to Nick Sirianni? Silz, let's say Eagles pick anywhere from 15 to 24. Do you think there will be any sandbox players available then? Maybe in this draft, this will be one of the deepest drafts in 25 years. Maybe. Do that right-left move again, Silz. That's exactly how Kenny Clark was looking on the end around. No, he was more like this, dude. That's a cool one, Marsh. Yeah, those dudes got drilled. Those dudes got drilled. They did. Dude, I was wrong about Jahmyr Gibbs. That guy can fucking ball. 47 touchdowns. He's at the age of 23. You're trying to tell me, man, that this guy's going to get over 100 touchdowns in his career and he's going to be 28 years old with 100 touchdowns? That's fucking incredible. He is a great football player. So hook me up here. Hey, there's M. Reyes. So let me show you something here. Hey, where's that turd M. Reyes? Post that bullshit, whatever. I'm sure it was so dumb about Nick Sirianni. Repost it again and put that up there because I'm sure it'll be fucking stupid. How the fuck did we kind of stop those dudes and then let the Bears run it up? Because you're not good. That's why, because you're not good. How did we? Easy. You're not that good. You're making it sound like you're good. How did we? Easily. Did you not watch your DTs get fucking destroyed? Or no? You must have missed that. How did we do that? It's called getting killed. Okay? Silz, what do you think of Johnny Mac downplaying Dean? I heard it, and I went and looked, and he's right. He's not wrong. And that is, why do you think Dean's playing poorly? Okay? Why do you think Dean's playing poorly? Because the DTs in front of him are getting killed. That's why he's playing poorly. The poor DT play. Last year, you had great DT play. This year, you're not having good DT play. Nope. Nick is far more involved than anyone assumed. He has insights and is clear on the team's pulse. Okay, folks. So let me get this right. Nick Sirianni spoke 2 hours before the Jaylen Carter news broke that he was going to miss Monday. And he didn't fucking address it with the media that Jaylen Carter was going to be out. Vic Fangio also knew that Carter was going to be out Monday. Now, that's not Vic's place. That's the head coach or the GM's place to make that comment. So you threw your players out there and Bob Lang to fucking make all kinds of dumb shit or not say anything up. That organization is not transparent. That organization lies every single day. And Nick has no fucking pulse of nothing. He has no pulse of that team. Or the team wouldn't be in a 3-game losing streak and have no fucking answers and keep telling everybody that Kevin Patullo is the right guy. He probably is the right guy because you know why? He's the right guy because the quarterback is limited. I mean, dude, that organization doesn't tell the truth. They just don't tell the truth because you know why? They're not going to ever get. That's why this. Think about that Hard Knocks show. It's a stupid. I would never waste another second watching that thing. If they can't be transparent about Jaylen Carter being injured, how are they going to be transparent when movie cameras are on them? And they got final say when it comes to the production of what's being shown. Come on, man. You people are so fucking gullible. All the years of shitty media telling you that the Eagles, no local guy breaks any national news. They don't tell the local guys anything. And the local guys are there breaking their asses off like John McMullen, who are there every single day, putting in the work covering the team, and the organization gives them shit. Anytime that there's a national story to be broke, Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport or Glazer, those are the only people that get the stories. They're not giving the local guys shit. They don't respect the local guys. And when they do, they handpick a guy like ESP to be a mouthpiece. Don't fucking trust that organization. How can you? That right there in a nutshell, they show you how they're not credible. When Nick was addressing the fucking team, he knew that Carter was out. And so what did he do? He let the players go in the locker room and have, who the fuck is the backup guy? So the backup guy's got to answer questions now on something that the head coach and the fucking D coordinator knew from probably Sunday that they were going to do this. Yeah, John Clark is the only guy that gets it after the fact. I mean, they don't tell you anything. when Nick Sirianni is there doing the presser, the news breaks right fucking out. It was set up. Okay? It was set up. So, I mean, and then there's Vic. Vic, I get that's not his job. These people are bullshit artists. And you got the greatest bullshit artist PR guy in the history of pro football. And it's Bob fucking Lang. He's a fucking... Dude, that guy is the greatest propagandist I've ever seen for an NFL football team. Jalen Hurts, accountability. 90% of you bought that bullshit. Nowhere was AJ even seen in the Hard Knocks, so they wanted to glaze Hurts because Hurts is the face, I guess, of the football team. A shitty arm quarterback is the face of your team. Okay. I mean, come on. They're so not credible. They are so not credible. Get this. Once again, they're fucking lying to you. And you believe it. Let me tell you something, folks. This is the only truth you'll get in Philly. Is right here. You're not going to get it anywhere else. Those people are going to fucking lie to you on IP and 9. Not so much 97.5 because they have no access anymore. From what I'm understanding, they barely get any access. That's on Bob Lang. Can you imagine that? Why not spread the world of Eagle football all over your city with all the radio stations, all the TV stations? Nope, they handpick who they want to do business with because if you're talking shit or you're being critical, they don't want to fucking do any of that. Even when you're in a 3-game losing streak. Okay? Seth, do you think is pretty honest? Well, if Seth was being totally honest, he would not be on WIP. But since he's kind of honest, and like you say, is pretty honest, that's why he's on IP. He started talking shit on the coaches and all the players on the team. I can guarantee you he wouldn't be on IP either. That's a fact, guys. That's why they have a problem with how we approach the team. Look, I've said it to you. You're 8-4. You're in the mix. You're not that good, nor is anyone else. You have the most experience. That gives you the upper hand. You've got the upper hand in the NFC because you've been there. You're not better than them. You're not better than anybody in the NFC. That's a contending team. But you have upper hand. Last 4 years, you've been to the playoffs, been to 2 Super Bowls. You got to win. That's what gives you the upper hand. It's the only thing that gives you the upper hand. Okay? That's it. There is no doubt about it. All right? I don't know if the Eagles are old. They're old on the O-line. And what's happened is the O-line is aging like dog years. That's what's happening here. Best time for all people that do what you guys do. A lot of good people. Hey, let me tell you something, Forrest. The problem that you have, okay, is that you have control of the content on WIP. They're beat up because of style of play. Silz, if you had to bet your bottom dollar on the NFC team making it to the last dance, who you got? I got the Rams. Okay? That's what I say. Hurts said, stop playing with my name. Yeah? Well, play fucking better. No problem. Play better. Judak had a stacked team with Young, Zeke Elliott, and receivers and still couldn't win. Bozo. Yeah, okay. You're right. Now, who was the coach? Jason Garrett. I'm sure fucking he was great. And a great coach. Fan side with social media, fan siding attention to players. It gets noisy. Yeah. Silz, you think Dickerson will be healthier next year? That's what you got to hope for. You just gave him a contract. That's why finishing strong is so important. The upper hand is stronger if we play at home. Limping into the playoffs is not a good thing. And if you have to go on the road, absolutely true. JAKIB and Speakeasy are the only two places you get the truth. You're not going to hear anybody talking truth about your team. They can't. They're not allowed to. Do you know how many times that when I was critical of the Buccaneers, when we were airing the Bucs on my station, you know how many times I was in the principal's office talking about how I was talking about the personnel on the team? Some guy was trying to tell me that the team had great personnel, and I went like this. You're 5-11. How the fuck are you good when you're 5-11? Don't tell me you have good players on your team. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, dude. Okay? After how I saw Acho simp for Joy and her calcium cannons, I gave up. Jason, come on now. Joy's my girl. You want her on again, don't you? Like Coach JB says, the world has been pussified to be soft on criticism. Hey, senor, criticism doesn't mean hate. That doesn't mean you hate somebody if you're critical of something. I mean, people, they take criticism and they go, that's hate. No, it's not. Anybody can be criticized for a bad move. And you could look, Howie Roseman has had an awful offseason. And now it's panning out, not paying off during the season. He was terrible. Does that make him a bad GM? No, by no stretch of the imagination. Did he have a shitty year? Yes. Is he still a great GM? Yes. You're not going to hit every. Hey, like you guys say that column or you use that line, you can't pay them all. Well, you can't be right all the time either. Okay? You can't be. Listen to this douchebag here. Criticism from the right place is always a good thing. It's healthy discourse. Listen here. Again, when a team is on a 3-game losing streak, the quarterback's not playing well, and the defense is giving up 281 yards on the ground, that's the right place. That's the right place. Okay? I mean, where do you think you are right now? Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni are not what they're made out to be. They're both subpar at their roles, carried by our Hall of Fame GM. Trade Hurts, too much money. I subscribe to that. I completely subscribe to that. I think your coach and your quarterback are overrated. There, I said it. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are overrated because of your Hall of Fame GM. I agree. Yes. They're overrated. I think you can get anybody in there with them fucking guys. I mean, we're not talking about a quarterback that's got great skill. We're talking about a limited quarterback and a guy who doesn't make any decisions in his locker room. And the one time where you guys keep thinking that he's the motivator, what's he motivating? Getting killed? Okay? Silz, if you had to bet your bottom dollar between Dallas and Philly after yesterday's game, who you got? I'll take the Cowboys. I'll take the Cowboys. Because the quarterback will torch that defense. And you can't stop the run. And you don't have Jaylen Carter. Okay? Don't ask Silz about Nick versus Garrett. He's like Howard Eskin. In the 90s, spin it to his narrative, then insult the fans. Insult what fans? You can have an opinion in here, dickhead. Okay, the problem I have is when I lay it out for you, when you don't see it, you're the one that's blinded by fucking glazed donut, Eagle Green, Kelly Green, and you're the one with the glazed donut. Listen, once more, I am not a fan of the Eagles, and I don't hate them, and I don't like them. That's none of that. I'm Switzerland. I could give a shit. I cover them. That's why you get the most honest coverage here. It's because I don't give a shit. The people in Philly love the team. I don't. I don't. I like the fans a lot, and I like your opinions, and I like the people. I talk to people. I cover a team. I have more vested in you than the team. How in the world can I parachute in and talk and say, hey, I love the Eagles. I grew up an Eagle fan. What do you think I am, Nick? Start fucking lying to you? I don't lie to you. Silz, Oil's criticism, if he's given it, it's directed at him. Oh, okay, yeah. Dude, you can credit. Are you kidding me? Go over to my X account. Come here any day. Criticize it every day. And by the way, hey, Michael, you know what the one thing is too, Michael? I don't block you, which I could. Nobody gets blocked. Silz, would you be a coach for the Eagles? Absolutely. It's a great organization. Now, here's the problem. If you don't do well, they'll change you out like a pawn. Remember something. The most interchangeable pieces on the team are the players and the coaches. Here, I want to show you something. And we're going to get into the topics here. By the way, I haven't even got to. I want to show you guys something. And this will tell you everything you need to know. All the lies that M. Reyes tells you. By the way, hit the like button. Super chats go to the top. I want to show you this. And I want to make a point to you guys. Okay? Eagles. Let me type this in here. Philadelphia Eagles. See if we can get up right up to their website here. And get this. This is the Eagles official website. Okay? Team. Let's go over here. So I want to go over to team. Let's go here to front office. Let's go to front office here. I'm going to make a point to you guys about your Philadelphia Eagles. So let's take a look at this. And take a look at the people that are in your front office. This is incredible when you're talking about people that are in your front office people. All right. Listen to this. And then you can make your assessment on people when it comes to the front office folks, okay? 15 years, 18 years, 14 years, 8 years, 11 years, 25 years, 17 years. Where is Dolan? 11 years. James Gilman, 14 years. Chief of the general manager's staff, 11 years. Now let's take a look at the coaches. Looks like the front office people have been there a long time. Michael Clay, 4 years. Fangio, 2. Patullo, 5. Singleton, 3. Parks Frazier, 1. Christian Parker, 2. Stoutland's been there since Chip Kelly. Clint Hurt, 2. Roy Anderson, 2. Dude, the front office of the Philadelphia Eagles has been intact, and they don't change the front office people at all and the analytics people. They change coaching staffs. They change coaches. They change players. They don't change front office people because they believe their way of doing shit is the right way to do it. Coaches and players are interchangeable commodities to them. Whether you're Nick Sirianni or not, Nick Sirianni's got a telling sign on him one day that guy's going to be out. So don't sit there and try to tell me that the most irreplaceable people on your football team is your coaching staff, because it's not. The most irreplaceable people on your team right now are your front office people. Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman values his front office people more than he values his coaching staff. And you know how we know that? Look at your front office. Most of these guys have been in there a total of 17 years as an average. They keep the same scouts around. They keep the same personnel people around. Unless they're hired from other places, they bring back the same people. I mean, if you're a coach or a player, you're a commodity. If you're a front office person, you're going to have tenure in that place. They don't replace front office guys. They replace coaches. They replace players. So when you sit there and try to tell me that, hey, those coaches have a lot of say, how could you have a lot of say when you're not there a long time? Where are you getting that from? That's the first thing I look at. When you got a coach that's been in a building for 18, 19 years or 15 years, that coach has got all the swing in the room. The general manager has complete control of the roster, the coaching staff, and the personnel on the team. Plain and simple. He's in meetings with how the play calling is going to go. He's in meetings on how the approach of the game is going to go. That's why they control it with those crazy-ass hires where you don't have to hire a coach with any credibility. Hiring a Kevin Patullo, they're going to hire 10 more Kevin Patullos. Simple. They believe they know what they're doing. And you can't dispute the track record in many ways. So, but don't tell me that coaches like Nick Sirianni have a gigantic place in the room. He doesn't. He goes along and gets along with everyone, and that's why he keeps his gig. Doug didn't want to go along. He didn't want to keep going along with that routine. So he got fired. I don't blame the Eagles. Hey, Doug, you don't want to do it? We're going to get a guy in here that'll do it our way. That's how he kept his job after 23. I mean, I don't know how you could be more painted of a picture of reality. That's not an opinion. Look at the years that your GMs and everyone have been in the building. I mean, Silz, do you think the job Seifert did at Carolina is, yes, it exposed them. Remember something. Think about this, my friend. That guy went 108 and 35. 108 and 35. And San Francisco won 2 Super Bowls. 2. He's the only coach in the not in the Hall of Fame that's won 2 Super Bowls. Do you know that? He's the only NFL head coach not in the Super Bowl that's won 2 Super Bowls. Name me another one. And when he got to Carolina, it exposed him. Know him well. He was a police officer in Arlington. My wife and I met Ronnie Coleman. He actually pulled me over once because he saw me, or he heard me. My wife found this crazy, she was my girlfriend at the time. She found this great gym in Arlington, and it was some dungeon place, and I liked working out at those places. And I put 500 pounds on, and I did 3 sets of 5 with it. And not a lot of people in there had seen that. So I was doing 3 sets of 5 with like 500 pounds. And my wife and I she was my girlfriend, like I said, in there. And Ronnie Coleman pulls me over. He went on to win Mr. Olympia so many times, I think 6 or 7 times. And he pulled me over. Me and my girlfriend were like, okay, what's going on here? He goes, no, I just wanted to meet you. I heard you were throwing serious weight around. And like the Mind Cellar or something like that it was. I liked it. I don't like working at those wormy places like LA Fitness and those. I couldn't stand those guys. I used to not be very good in places like that. I'd say, get off that machine. You don't need this thing. my girlfriend, my wife was, she was like, yeah, well, I was not very good in those places. Because people go in there to work, they go in there to hang out, and they go in there to try to get a date. And I was like this, and I'm like, yeah, get out of here, guy. Move over. I'm taking 275-pound dumbbells. This is true. I took 275-pound dumbbells in each hand, and I used to do 3 sets of 5 with them. And the only reason I didn't do 300-pound dumbbells was because they didn't have them, or I would have done it. So, yeah, I mean, back in the day, Big Silz could throw some weight around. Yeah, 500. I did one time 475 behind the neck for 3. I did 810 on my squat. And, yeah, my best bench is 605. And you know who my spotter was? My wife. Kim. She's a tremendous spotter. You'd be benching 305, Silz. Liar's weight. Yeah, 305. 305? I had 305 in one hand. 305. Cowboys always blow big games. That seems to be the fact. Okay? Okay? Yes, right now, Silz is benching Coronas. Absolutely true. My days at the gym are retired. My kid kills it now in the gym. She's killing it. Kim still kills it too. Me? No way. I'm done with that shit. All right. I want to get to our topics here. Hit the like button. Oh, by the way, Mike North. I'm sure he's got a lot to say about his Chicago Bears. You know, he wasn't sold on the Bears. Okay? I wonder if he's sold now on the Bears. They're sitting atop the NFC. Also, the legendary Philly Godfather will join us. Okay? Yes, I am. Have I opened it? No. By the way, I get a text every month from Diamond Dallas Page. Have you opened it yet? I will. And he knows if I've opened it. And I go, no. And he goes, well, you'll be calling me sooner or later. Open it. He'll send me a text. Open it. Open it. I'm like, yeah, not yet. Silz, do you think Nick will fire his friend Kevin or dare the Eagles to fire him and hurt their PR around the league? How about this? He's not going to protect Kevin Patullo. Do you know what they'll do? They'll probably demote him and put him back to be the special assistant to his buddy so that he gets coffee over at Wawa every day at 6:30. Hey, Kev, you get back to getting coffee again in Kreller's. Okay? Back to getting coffee in Kreller's. Love those guys. Scott Steiner, great dude, man. Absolutely. Yes. Sting, no. Eric Bischoff, yes. He worked at WCW when I was at WCW. I'm a WCW guy. I remember that Saturday night back in 95 when DDP lost everything and his girl left him on WCW. I'm a WCW guy. I was under contract with WCW. Unbelievable. The Buffalo GM wasn't able to read the room before the waiver claiming of Slay. And, you know, I'm going to talk about Slay in a minute. But let me get to this. This is going to be an ugly, ugly, ugly topic for some of you. Okay? The league should let any team challenge one questionable play if they have 2 timeouts left. If they are wrong, they lose them both. The Dallas call was BS. It was. It was. Appreciate it, Hollywood. Absolutely. I wonder if Silz ever met Glacier. That dude was rad. I don't think so. Did he go by a different name, Reyes? Okay. I didn't know that, Silz. Now I got to pull up some old videos. Did you train the power plant? Yes. With that little army guy, the blonde-headed guy? Yes. They had a little blonde-headed guy in there. I forget his name. But I was in there with the Ultimate Warrior. I was in there, and you know who used to train with me? Was Vader. Vader would come in and train with me because Vader played with the Rams, and I played against Vader when he was at the Rams. So I knew the guy. His name is Leon White. And he played in, by the way, he's a Colorado Buffalo, or was. He's since passed on. I know the Undertaker. I know all them guys. Yeah, Vader had no gimmick going. And get this, he went over with Antonio Inoki in Japan. They put that thing on his head. That was the rest was history. Same thing with the Road Warriors. Do you ever notice the Road Warriors, the colors? They're Georgia Bulldogs. Ole Anderson put a pair of shoulder pads on the two dudes. They were bombing. They were totally bombing. They were doing small shows in Athens. They were going all over the state of Georgia. They were bombing. Ole Anderson put the shoulder pads on them, and they became the Road Warriors. Both guys are, I knew both very well. I wrestled with Mike in Europe when I was at CWA. CWA was part of WCW. So I lived in Europe for a year. Yeah, Big Van Vader. Dude, that guy, the power bomb, he fucked everyone up. Okay. Glacier was yeah. Hey, M. Reyes, yes. Yeah, I don't think I ever did any work with him, though. Yeah, we went over to Europe. I wrestled in Austria. I wrestled in Vienna. I wrestled in Graz, Bonn, Prague. We went all around that area. My girlfriend, now wife, came over to Europe and lived with me out there. We lived there for she hated it. She just wanted to go home. She was like, I'm getting out of here. She hated it. I don't know if there's any footage. Silz, did you ever lift weights with Warrior? No, I lift weights with Mike, with Animal, and with Hawk. Hawk, I was better friends with Animal. You know, his son now is part of WWE, and his son was a linebacker at Laurinaitis. He was a linebacker at Ohio State. I think he played in the league like 9 years. He may have a Super Bowl ring. Okay, he may. All right, guys, hit the like button. Okay, we didn't go there. Vienna was crazy. Vienna was crazy. Did you meet John Tanetta? He went by Shark in WCW until he flipped out. All those guys, remember, Cowboy Bob Orton, Ole Anderson, and Eric Bischoff. Those three dudes put all the shows on. And so when I got hired, I just left football, and Cowboy Bob Orton brought me up, signed me to a contract right there in the spot. And I had to live up there, and I was training. I'd live up there for like an entire week. They trained me, and then I went to Europe. You know, it's top-notch show when WCW is Spoken Glazer is the most expensive entrance team, ended up being a total bust. He was a Sub-Zero gimmick. He was. Hey, Xander, make sure I get Kyle's super there. Riot, I appreciate it. Silz, were you around for the bash at the beach in 2000 when Jarrett laid down for Hogan and Russo cut a promo on Hulk? Yes. Let's see, 2000? No, but I knew what was going on because Razor Ramon, my wife and I trained with Razor Ramon. We loved, he was a really good dude, really great guy to talk to. Every time we saw him in the gym, he was really a great dude. Sil's reason I would draft a guard in the first round, let's say Dickerson isn't the same. Yes, they're going to need an offensive lineman. Dude, Scott Hall was a great wrestler. He was get this, he was a doorman at the Dollhouse in Orlando. before he became a wrestler. He was a doorman at the dollhouse. He shot a man. He killed him. Not kidding. I guess he was screwing around with one of the girls' boyfriends or husband or something. And the guy caught him and he shot him and killed him. A true story. He got off too. That's a true story. Scott all shot and killed some guy. So let's explain that Dak safety by Dak wasn't a safety. The Cowboys paid the refs and lost. Yeah, I didn't know how that thing played out also. Yeah, I missed those days too. Those were great wrestling days, man. Okay? Silz was an underachiever. Probably. Okay? I don't have a problem with that. Probably. Pros for sure. College, no. Sure. I won't dispute that. When truth is spoken, I'll let you know. Yeah. Silz was an underachiever? Probably so. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's go here. Enough of this. Is this conversation here is going to be a little tough for some of you. This is my opinion. Okay? This is an opinion. I've got a little bit of intel on it, but you tell me. All right. I think Jaylen Carter and his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, are making business decisions. I think they're making business decisions because they got a contract coming up. First, they made it seem that they were having a surgery on the guy so that it would let the fans and everybody know he wasn't playing well. It was because of his injuries. Okay? Achievement is subject. You've done more than anyone in here. Pat yourself on the back. No, I mean, I have. I know that. I've done things people never do in their entire life or dreamed of doing. However, I did underachieve. So I will. And I get that. I'm good with being me. I've never wished I was anybody else in my life. I'm happy with who I am and what I've become. I'm okay with it. If my next day is my last day, I've done a lot. I'm good. I want to do more, but I'm good. Carter's making business decisions with Drew Rosenhaus because of the contract coming up. He's missing these games because, in my opinion, he's got a contract. Whether or not the Eagles make the playoffs or not, it's not the number one priority for Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter's number one priority. What would be the number one priority to you? Getting a $150 million contract or making it to the playoffs as the number one seed? Ask yourself that question. Think about it. Ask yourself this question. What are we looking at here, right? Let's see. If it's $40 million, say it's $35 million. 70, another one. We're talking about $150 million in base. Another whatever. And you might be talking somewhere like $180 million. What's more important to you? $180 million or making it to the playoffs? What do you think is more important to Drew Rosenhaus? Okay? And you got your ring. That guy doesn't give a shit whether you're the number one seed or not. You got $180 million coming your way. I'm more concerned about my contract than I am the Eagle season. That's why I'll take games off. I'll get my shoulders right. And by the way, who's to say he's going to come back at all and play and not do this? Well, my shoulders are too injured. And then he shuts it down by the end of the year. I'll make a point to you. If Jaylen Carter comes back and doesn't play well, he won't be playing I guarantee you, I'm going to make a prediction. Jaylen Carter, I think it's 50-50 he plays in the postseason. I don't trust him. I know Drew Rosenhaus. I know how he operates. It wouldn't shock me if Drew Rosenhaus told Slay to retire. See what the Bills do. See if they force their hand. And see what they do. And if they release him again. And the Bills release him so the Eagles can go after him again. That would not shock me. That Rosenhaus made that. He probably told Howie he was going to tell him to retire. That wouldn't shock me. No way. A 35-year-old corner in Buffalo, New York? No, thank you. Taxes and stuff like that? Okay? I mean, taxes and all playing in New York State? Why would you? I'm with him. I'd want to see if I can maybe push the meter. And by the way, they were represented by Drew Rosenhaus too. Drew Rosenhaus is a man that gets what he needs for his clients. And whatever the organization wants to do, that's up to them. He's there for his clients. He is a crazy great negotiator, and he is crazy great on telling a story. When you're going into a contract negotiation, like you're going to go in with Jaylen Carter, you can't go in based off of the 2025 season. That's lost. You know what the best interest is right now for Jaylen Carter? Not to play anymore this year. And go in there with 2024's resume. Why would you want to go in with the 2025 resume? Lack of character, not in condition, and hurt, and underachieving this year. Where do you start with the negotiations on that for a $35 million contract? I think they're playing off his politics. I'd really like to know who asked for the plasma procedure. Was it the Eagles? There's no way the Eagles did that. That was something that the client and the agent did together. That they wanted to go and it's not going to help. That's not going to help. Plasma injections? Week to week? It's superficial. It's like putting a Band-Aid on. That's why when I first heard it, I was like, wow, he's going to have surgery on both shoulders and he's week to week? I've never heard such a thing. When you have shoulder surgery, you're fucking done. But you're having two. Who are you? Iron Man? CMC did the same thing, was gone for the whole season. I thought he did it Hollywood on his knee. Okay? I thought he did that on his knee. What is the actual injury, Silz? It's joint stress from having played so many snaps last year. And now you're playing a ton of snaps this year, and you're taking all the double teams on. He's worn out too, the same way the O-line is worn out. There's no depth on that D-line. You don't have any rotating depth like you. Why the fuck did they get rid of Booker? I said that when they traded for that kid Bennett. Why are you trading a guy who was in a rotation, who did a pretty decent job for you when he came in? You got rid of the depth behind Carter. You lose Sweat and you lose Milton, and you were under the assumption that either Ty Robinson or Moro Ajomo or some of these other guys We're going to command more double teams. You're getting Carter fucking beat up. And not only was the Booker deal a shitty deal, you're getting nothing from the Bennett guy. That's another dog shit Howie Roseman move. You can't. Hey, get this. Think of it. You have no depth, and your star DT's banged up, and he's missing games because of too much wear, and you get rid of Booker. Make that make sense. Make that, and the guy you traded for with him sucks. I mean, by the way, that's not an opinion. That's actually what happened. Yeah, but wait. Carter has a year remaining. All right. So what do you want to do? Pick up the fifth-year option? Remember, they're talking about giving him Hoss. Here's why this whole fucking thing is important. Why is this conversation important? Does anybody know why this conversation is the most important conversation of the 2025 Eagles? Why is it? Why is the Carter conversation the most important conversation we're having right now, especially in light of what's going on defensively? Why is it the most important? Anybody have an idea? See, you guys don't really know the business of football. You guys sit there and you watch the game and you just assume you could just move all these pieces in around. Okay? Contract? Okay, what else? Any reason? Here's why it's important. You took a football team's defense that was the number one ranked defense, and you took a blowtorch to it, okay, and assumed players were going to fill in based off of what? What did you guys tell me? Can't sign them all, Silz. Plus, we have the Carter deal on the other side. How many times did you hear Xander go, we can't sign everybody because we got Carter coming up. We can't sign him because we got Carter coming up. We can't sign that guy because we got Carter coming up. We can't sign that guy because we have Carter coming up. All year long, we fucking heard this. Okay? December 5th now. Carter's not panned out, at least this year. And on top of that, you took a blowtorch to all those players that you had on that team that was the number one ranked defense in the NFL. Okay, number one. And you lost Sweat, Milton, Gardner Johnson, took Slay out of the building, took Burks, Isaiah Rodgers, all because of Carter. Carter's injury, his lack of play, affects the whole entire 2025 season because you wouldn't have done that if you knew this guy was going to be in shape. So when you're having this conversation now, you built your expectations off of what you thought this guy was going to deliver, and he failed. That's why this guy's missing fucking ball games. Plasma injections in December? Dude, I can understand you're going in for a fucking plate in your hand or whatever. Look at Justin Herbert. He's playing with a fucking broken hand on Monday. He's missing games with plasma injections? What's he getting? A boob job? Who the fuck is this? What is this? I mean, you took a blowtorch to your fucking defense with the notion that you were going to pay him this coming offseason. And that shit's falling down. And if you're the Eagles, you're like, you have to be exceptionally disappointed in some of the moves you made. You got rid of Booker because you thought Carter could handle the weight. That's also a miss. Carter's been a massive, he's been a bigger disappointment than you think because it's affected the unit. 100% business decision. Drew going to play the unhealthy card in negotiations. He's been awful character performance, cost him millions. Got to pick the 5th-year option and see if he improves. Can't hand a guy $35 million a year. I completely 1,000% agree with you. And thank you for the super. You're going to fucking give that guy $35 million a year based off of all of what I just said. And now he's plasma injections. I had a conversation with Dr. Chow last night. He's like, plasma, not really going to do anything for you. Rest is probably going to do more. I go, do you think he plays? He goes, he'll probably play 2 or 3 more games and probably shut it down. If they lose Monday night, he'll shut it down. And Rosenhaus and him will blame the Eagles for giving him too many reps in 24. And that will be the negotiation. They're negotiating a contract right now. They're doing it right in front of you. And no one's picking it up. Plasma injections. Plasma injections. Gonna do dick for you.